Hey guys, my name is Rebecca. I am a physician. I have lost 60 pounds on a whole foods plant-based diet with exercise. And a friend of mine has cancer. When I found that out, one of the first things that I did was I got her the China study book, PCRM, Physicians Committee for Responsible Medicine's cookbook. I also had her watch Forks Over Knives with me. It was interesting because she already had a lot of plants, but there were certain sticking points for her. And as we can probably imagine, dairy is usually a big one. It's usually a big one because we all kind of grew up on dairy. We grew up on a lot of cheese. We grew up on yogurt, all that sort of stuff without realizing that we were actually becoming addicted to it from the casomorphines. Casomorphines are compounds that are in milk that we get from cows. It is there to actually addict the baby calf to continually come back to mom so that they can grow 1,000 pounds in a year. Unfortunately, it is an addictive substance. So it was interesting when we kind of talked about, what she would eat, which would be plant-based to help with the cancer. And one of her sticking points was yogurt. And it was, I need it for the probiotics. I will tell you, I don't really think about probiotics. I know that my diet is good for probiotics, and occasionally vegan supplements for them. But I've not really worried about getting enough of them or needing them. I'm guessing it's sort of like the Activia that, the yogurt that makes you poop. And she's kind of taken it for that reason, but I kind of wanted to look into just probiotics in general because it's just not something that I have really thought about. And I thought it might be a good learning experience for both of us. So let's look into what probiotics are good for. They are live microorganisms. We probably all kind of knew that. And they improve digestive health, i.e., the pooping. They increase the beneficial bacteria in your gut. Well, on a whole foods plant-based diet, my diet improves the beneficial bacteria in my gut. I've not really had to think about that. Improves digestion, reduces gas, bloating, and constipation. Not a problem I have. Boosts your immune system. Probiotics stimulate the immune system by interacting with immune cells in the gut. Okay. This can help protect against infections and reduce inflammation. Reduce risks of certain infections. Evidently, urinary tract infections, vaginal yeast infections, and antibiotic-associated diarrhea. I may have actually taken probiotics when I've had to have antibiotics in the past. Also says it supports weight management. Some studies suggest that probiotics may help regulate appetite and reduce fat storage. Not actually ever heard that. It also says that it improves mental health. Probiotics may interact with the gut-brain axis, which can improve and reduce anxiety. Interesting. And then evidently you can treat specific conditions with it. And those conditions might be irritable bowel syndrome and inflammatory bowel disease. They also have benefits on skin health, allergy management, and liver function. All of that kind of depends on, the strain that you're taking and the dosage that you're taking and just your overall health status. So, what are natural vegan or even whole foods plant-based sources for probiotics? So, you don't have to eat the yogurt. Drinks like kombucha, sauerkraut, kimchi, which is, Korean sauerkraut, miso, which is fermented soybean paste, tempeh, fermented soybean patties, and vegan yogurt. But you have to make sure they have live cultures in them. And you want to choose unpasteurized versions because pasteurization will kill the colonies. Fermented vegetables, sauerkraut, fermented cabbage, kimchi, spicy fermented vegetables. Naturally fermented pickles are excellent sources of probiotics, especially lactobacillus species. Fermented soy products like tempeh and miso, like we talked about. Fermented teas. I don't think it means like the tea bag, honestly, but kombucha, they consider kombucha a fermented tea. Theoretically, I've seen kombucha made with fruit juice. I've seen it made with tea. I've seen it made with both. That would be a possibility. Plant-based yogurts and kefirs. And I will tell you, I have not actually had kefir. It is made from coconut, almond, soy, or other plant milks. And what are kefir that I have never had. Fizzy probiotic beverage made by fermenting sugar water with kefir grains. Sourdough bread. I never would have thought of sourdough bread. And evidently the sourdough bread made with a starter containing beneficial bacteria. But I would think that the baking process would kill off the live cultures. That's what I would think. So what you want to look for if this is an issue for you and you need to work on this. Live and active cultures. Very, very important. Probably going to be in the refrigerated section. You can also do homemade options. Basically, it says you can make your own sauerkraut. You can make your own kombucha, which I actually have the stuff to do it. I've just never, I think I tried it like one time. And you can control the ingredients that way. And it's probably a lot cheaper, quite honestly. So let me know if you do and you worry about probiotics, because like I said, this is not something that I have really ever focused on, quite honestly. The way I am eating, my digestion is great, and I poop 3-4 times a day and I am fine. So yeah, it's kind of something that has never really been an issue for me, but it was like, well, let's take a look at it and see. Anyway, thanks guys for being here, learning about probiotics with me. And if you got any value from this video, smash the like button and come along for the ride. I've still got like 60 pounds to go. Bye guys.